Good evening. Welcome to our second season of Healthy Cooking with Chef Larcher. For those who were viewing us last year, we want to welcome you back for another exciting season. For those of you who are viewing for the first time, welcome. And we hope and pray that as you listen to the lectures on healthy cooking and you get some ideas and do it in your own life, that if you get a benefit from it, be sure to invite your friends to tune in as well. So tonight we're going to talk about oven-fried potatoes and Chef's famous tofu. Let's greet our staff back here. Chef Larcher is welcome back to season number 2. Are you ready for this?
We are excited, aren't you? Don't you excited?
Absolutely.
Yes, we're looking forward for this.
Awesome. Under Chef Emily Graham. Welcome back, Emily.
Thank you.
It's good to have you guys back. For some of you who might not be familiar or be tuning in for the first time, Chef Larcher was born in Martinique. He grew up in France, took his culinary training there. His specialty was in vegetarian cuisine. His assistant at this time is our understudy chef, we call her, Emily Graham. She is a teacher here at the elementary school in Grayling. And welcome back, Emily, season number 2. Glad to have you back. Also, as we progress in the program, later, Chef's wife, Nadine, who's working on her nurse practitioner doctorate's degree, she will give a health presentation as the food is cooking. And then we'll finish it off with a little tasting, a little sampling, and showing you the finished work of what's taken place. So with that, let's go ahead and turn it over to Chef and to Emily as they introduce what we're about to do.
Hey, welcome back, Emily. It's been a while, huh?
Yeah, it has been.
I'm excited to
All
see,
summer.
to again experience this culinary around the world, because this is what we're going to do. Today is scrambled tofu and rosemary potatoes, okay?
Ooh.
So I hope you, audience, you have bought everything we posted early in advance, so you could buy these potatoes and all the ingredients, so you can actually follow us in the kitchen, huh? Because I think it would be fun if you cook at the same time and show us the pictures of all the things that you've done, and so we have fun together. So you ready? We're going to go, and maybe sometimes we go a little fast, but you can always pause and reroute it again. Okay, so we're going to start with the potatoes first, okay?
Okay.
So the potatoes is just some Adao potatoes, and so we're going to actually do wedges.
Wedges,
Let's
okay.
do like about 3 wedges on each one,
Okay.
on each side, okay? Just like that. And there is a bowl here. We can put everything in this bowl there.
Perfect.
Okay, so this is a good breakfast in the morning, you know. And
Yeah.
you can do wedges, or you can cut it in 2. If it's too big, you can just do it in 2 if you want to, or leave it just like that.
Okay.
Huh? It's up to you. Okay.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
okay, so we're going to use 6 potatoes. So very easy. So you're going to we wash it first, and we're going to season it.
You're so fast.
And yeah, yeah.
That's
Okay,
nice.
take
That's
your
not a
time.
wedge.
Take your time. Okay, there is some bad pieces there. You see, we want to
Yeah.
make sure we take this away and take it out.
Yeah,
and just like
okay.
that. And if it's too big,
Beautiful.
if 3 pieces is still too big, we can do cut another side again.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And so what we're going to add into it, we're going to put some olive oil. We're going to put some rosemary.
Ooh, I love rosemary.
You love rosemary. You
Yeah.
know something? It's like rosemary is like one of my favorite spice. Herbs. It's another spice of herbs.
Okay.
And in the south of France, when we do hike, I love those calanques. We call it the calanque. It's like a
Uh-huh.
mountain going up down into oceans. And so
Oh, wow.
and so thank you.
Oh,
And
thank
so
you.
we smell the lavender and the rosemary all over the hike, and it's incredible.
man.
And I wanted to call my daughter Rosemary, but I don't see my
Really?
wife would be. So she have call her Adasa instead.
Oh,
But
nice.
yes, yeah. It's a rosemary is pungent, so,
Okay.
but its flavor lasts. It's very woody and pungent, and but the flavor lasts a long time. So this is the herbs you can put really in the beginning of your cooking. Okay,
Okay.
so we're done there.
Beautiful.
So now let's put some olive oil. Okay?
Okay.
So we're going to drizzle some olive oil enough to make it to coat everything nicely.
Okay.
And as you see, we didn't measure it. It's like 3 tablespoons. Okay, so we put 3 tablespoons. This is 3 tablespoons. Isn't it, Emily? She put it
Yes.
wrong. Yes. Okay. Well, it's fine. Okay.
Whoops.
So the next things you're going to put some also some salt. Yes.
Okay, so for this salt,
Yes. You're going
just-
to just sprinkle some salt on top. Yeah.
okay.
A little for flavor. Okay. Salt for flavor. The recipe asks about how much salt about. Didn't even say salt in it. Salt
Oh,
to taste.
Like
okay.
like a fourth of a teaspoon.
Ah, this is a scrambled tofu there.
Oh, I'm
the
on the
other
wrong
one.
one.
The-
Oh, I better
yes.
put this one on top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Salt
Thank you.
is this. Okay. So
Alright.
that's fine.
I
And
think so.
I like some onion powder and garlic powder if you like this. Hey, you can put the reason why we don't put fresh garlic for this because we're going to roast it in 470 degree. We'll burn the garlic, so we want to
Okay.
use instead dry garlic. Okay.
Okay, I love
Okay.
garlic. Is it okay
Go
to
ahead.
put?
Yes, put as much
Are
you
you good?
want. This is your dish. This is your recipe. Doesn't matter. You see, we put the numbers
Is that
there,
enough?
but you know how to. Yes. Okay.
Is that more?
It's up to you. You want more? You can put more. But
I
think
don't
it's
know. I
good.
mean,
Yeah. I
okay,
think it's good. Okay. Okay.
gonna
and
be
some,
really
some
garlic.
onion powder. It's the principle. If you get the principle, it's great. Doesn't matter if I put a proportion for it. 1 teaspoon of each. It's the principle. Okay.
Okay.
So it's as you like it. And I grew up with garlic is something that we put on every meal when we make meal. Onion and garlic. Okay, so the next thing is smoked paprika. This is an option, Emily, but I think you bring a smokiness to this. It's incredible. I think you don't want it. A little
No,
bit.
no, I
Okay,
like it.
Yes.
How much do you suggest?
I
that
would say for about a teaspoon, something like that.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Just like
Yes,
that
you're
much.
doing it very well. Yes, I would put a little bit more, but
More?
that's up to you. But
Okay.
it's fine. It's
No,
okay. That's
I
good.
do like it.
And some nutritional yeast flakes. I
Okay.
think the nutritional yeast flakes just give another dimension to the potatoes. It's like a broth flavor, like a cheese flavor. So it's just give it coat the potato so well and give it a incredible flavor to it also. That's
Smells
good.
really good too.
Awesome.
Everything
Now the last thing is just toast this thing.
Okay.
Okay, put your hand in
Yay.
and let's do it.
This is the best part.
yeah. Our hand is the best
I love it.
instrument to use, for cooking. We're going to do that
Okay.
for the tofu eventually also. Very well. And meantime, what I like to
smells
do, I take my hand, I wash it after. I just to see if the salt content is great. The salt
Is
content
it
is
good?
good. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Awesome. Wow. I mean, this is a good meal there.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I love
I
that.
love breakfast food. All right. So,
Okay, now we
That's
have a
good.
tray there. Go ahead. Yeah,
oh, do you want?
we have this here.
Okay, hang on. I can't.
Now, take your time. It's
Okay.
fine. Hey, I hope we didn't go too fast. I hope you are in the same where we are, and we're going to bake it at 475 degrees. So your oven needs to be preheated first, and it will take about how long? It will take about 15 minutes. It might take longer in your oven. This oven, I hope I never tried this oven for this one there. So 15 minutes is there. So let's say in my oven, I hope it was 15 minutes. Okay, go ahead.
All right,
Yes.
cool. Oh, I'm afraid
Yeah,
it's
I'll
gonna
hold it
fall
for
off.
you.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll hold it for you.
thanks.
Oh,
That would be a
yeah.
disaster.
And we put a parchment paper,
Thanks.
so it'd be easy to clean after that. So unless you like to wash dishes, scrape things like this. Okay, so just put it flat. Yeah. So can you see this? This is incredible. This is beautiful, and the flavor will be just awesome, Emily. Yes. Yes.
And the wedges, they're good size. They're okay.
Yes, it's a
Alright,
good
sweet.
size. People, you can cut it you can make dice if you want. Also, eventually, another time. Okay.
All right.
Good. Okay, go ahead.
Cool.
Put it in the oven there.
Okay.
And
Put
put
this here for now.
Okay, and we are ready for about 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay, so while they're getting that prepared, I'll just give you a little devotional thought. It reminds me of a good text in John 10:10. Jesus said, "I've come that you might have life and have it more abundantly." So certainly the teachings of Scripture and the teachings of Jesus are going to contribute to the more abundant life spiritually, but physically, and also mentally and socially, I believe. 3 John chapter 1, verse 4, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. So God wants us to prosper, and prosperity involves health, spiritually, and once again, physically. The Bible teaches us that our body is a temple of the Holy Spirit, and that whatever we eat, drink, and do, we should glorify God. So once again, there's that physical dimension. The Bible also gives us instructions then what kind of food we should eat. And that's going to be a future presentation. We'll talk about what the Bible teaches about foods that are clean and unclean and those that are healthy. Suffice it to say, though, Genesis 1 and 3, the Bible talks about foods that are healthy for the original diet, which includes fruits, grains, nuts, and vegetables. It wasn't until the flood that meat was introduced into the diet, and we'll take a look at something that relates to that tonight. So we're going to ask ourselves the question tonight, if a person follows what the Bible says about lifestyle, including what you eat and drink and what you do, will it add years to your life? I believe it does, because Jesus said he's come to give us a more abundant life, and I don't think Jesus, by virtue of dying on the cross, did anything to take away the teachings of the Bible that contribute to that abundant life, but rather sustains it. So let's take a look at a group of people who are trying to follow what the Bible says about whatever you eat, drink, and do all to the glory of God. That takes us to the study of blue zones. Dan Buettner published an article in the National Geographic, and it was looking at blue zones. 5 basic areas that he was looking at. Blue zones, first of all, is an area of high concentration of people who live a long life. Generally over 90 years of age. Oftentimes they have many that live over 100 years of age in their lifespan. So some of the areas, for example, in Sardinia, Italy, that is where the longest living men on planet Earth live. That's the highest concentration of longevity for men. Okinawa has the highest concentration of the longest living women on planet Earth. And then there's 2 other places that also have longevity. But the 5th one is kind of fascinating, because while numbers 1 through 4 deal with different ethnic groups, those ethnic groups are gradually adapting to the Western diet. And as they're adapting to the Western diet, it's believed that their lifespans are going to start to shorten, and they're going to become more and more like the average person living on planet Earth. The 5th group is a little different, though, because it's a faith-based group. It's a group of people who try to live by what the Bible teaches. And that is centered in Loma Linda, California. And there's a group of Christians there called Seventh-day Adventists. National Institutes of Health have been very fascinated because Adventists live longer. Their research has found with large numbers of Adventists that they live on average for men about 7.4 years longer than the average American male. And the Adventist women live an average of 4.4 years longer than the average American female. So what are the characteristics about Adventists that they live by that impact this? Well, again, going back to the Bible, nutrition, 48% of Adventists are vegetarian. Of those, 8% are vegan. That is, that they base all of their diet on a plant-based diet. Now that comes in handy, because by partaking in that kind of diet, you have a lot of fiber, and fiber is very instrumental in helping to fight against cancers, moving stuff out of your system quicker and so forth. So because of that, there's a 30% decreased risk of developing cancers among that people group that eat plant-based foods over those who mix that with meat. Well, there's also, not only does it talk about nutrition, but there's exercise. And that's pretty much standard throughout all of the blue zones. All those people groups are very much involved in exercise. And that's a very much of benefit, and we can talk about that another time. Hydration is important. Drinking lots of water is important. No matter which group you're in, all of them were hydrated. There is sunshine is important. Getting vitamin D is important. We're talking about COVID now, and they're saying that higher doses of vitamin D are helpful in fighting against COVID or other immune type situations. There is the importance of temperance. And the Bible does talk about the abstinence of alcohol, for example, and that's another study we'll talk about more in detail. But not just alcohol, illegal drugs of any kind, smoking, those kind of things that have a deleterious effect on the body temple would definitely shorten life. And by abstaining from that, it tends towards getting plenty of air. Air comes with exercise, fresh air. In some of our cities today, there's large amounts of pollution. We try to decrease the amount of pollutions more and more, but there are still areas that have very much pollution. You think about all the fires out in California, Oregon, the West Coast, largely on fire. All the smoke pollutants in the air impact people's lung and its health. There's another part which involves rest. Rest is very important. So rest for Adventists, they get 1 day of rest. That's the seventh day, the Sabbath day, as the Bible talks about. Abstaining from work during that time and even preparing food during that time, and fellowshipping together and worshiping God becomes important, which ties right in with the last one, trust in God. So those who live longer, and that answers the question. Jesus said, I've come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. That also in Exodus, once again, it says that those who follow his statutes and his teachings, none of these diseases that are on the standard population, like the Egyptians of the time in which they were addressing the people of that time in Moses' writing, or you could say the average American diet, if you follow Jesus' teaching and the Bible's teaching on health, you will certainly thwart many of the cancers that are coming through today. So I just want to encourage you with our devotional thoughts that if you look at what the Bible teaches about health and you start to add those principles to your life, you're going to add quality years, you're going to add quantity years, and you'll live and discover the more abundant life Jesus came to give you physically. But I want to invite you to check out what the Bible says so you can have that more abundant life spiritually as well. All right, so we're going to pass this on. Okay, so I guess they want to do a little review. I'm not ready to go down that road right now. I wasn't prepared for that. Anyway, hope you are going to tune in and check us out. We do this once a month. Our typical format is we kind of have like an introduction of a theme. We introduce the staff. We introduce the food that we're cooking. Following that, I'll do devotional thoughts, and our experts will present a health nugget. And we'll conclude by showing artistically how you put the food together and how it looks delicious. And unfortunate for you, won't be able to taste the food, but we'll tell you what it tastes like as we sample it. So we're going to turn it back over to Chef and Emily.
Hi. So right now we're going to do. Sorry, the other fan is working and the fan is coming back and forth. This is an industrial kitchen, so the fan is important. But we're going to fix this problem very soon. So thank you for doing this. I was trying to fix it. That's why I went to the other steps and I'm out of breath. Okay, so we're going to start the tofu.
Okay, cool.
Okay, scrambled tofu. Do you like scrambled tofu?
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you make it usually? What flavor do you like in your
I like what we have here, but
okay.
I don't know. I don't usually put celery in it, so I'm excited about that. And I haven't put the rosemary in it before, so I'm also excited about that.
And you can put oregano also. I put some basil but you can put oregano. We have basil and also chives here, and so there's things. So first thing we're going to start. I hope you like scrambled tofu. It's a great staple for your breakfast in the morning. And try it. Even though you might have some reservation about tofu, but try it.
Yeah,
give it a try.
The leftovers are good, like in a sandwich or in a wrap or something.
Yes, that's true.
Really
Yes, I love that. Okay, a wrap actually is a good idea. I should have bought a wrap and we should have done this.
That's a good
Okay. Okay, so let's take we need not all this tofu, all this onion for it, but first I want to show them. This is like a firm soft tofu, firm tofu that we have. This you have different varieties packed, but this one is pre-sliced already. Okay. Any of them work as long as firm or extra firm if you want to. Okay, so go ahead. So cut it in half first. Remember, no, the other way. Yes.
I always always forget how you do it.
You're my
I
chef
only do it
knife?
once a month.
Okay.
I need to practice this at home.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
And then after this, I will help you for show
Okay.
you this one.
It's
Okay.
so beautiful.
So
It's like a
yes, it is beautiful.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, so beautiful. Okay. So now we're talking about onion. How beautiful is the onion? Sorry, guys. Okay. So now we're going to peel it. Just usually we peel it first, but no, actually that's perfect. Okay, just peel it like this.
It's easier
Perfect.
after, yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. And I will cut the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then after this, we're going to do the lesson again. Okay, we're going to start from here down, just like that. Okay. Okay, you don't want to cut the whole things. You want to hold it. You remember?
Whoops. I'm
Okay.
glad you reminded me. Oh, it went all the way
Okay,
through.
so you take the tip of the knife here
Okay.
and you press it down, just like that. Okay.
Okay.
See that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Ooh,
Okay.
It's faster.
Yes, it is. It is faster.
Okay.
The fan is coming back again to haunt us. Okay, so
Thank
now.
you, Samuel.
Okay, so now after that you do crosswise this way. Like this.
Am I going the right way?
Okay, yes.
This
All the
one?
way.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good. All the way. As much.
All
Okay,
the-
now. No. Okay, so
Oh,
that's fine.
no.
That's good.
Okay.
Okay, so now you want to dice it. Okay? And we're going to use about a quarter to a half a cup of onions for that.
Okay.
So
Very good.
we can
So
use
like that
yours.
much?
That's perfect. That's
Like
beautiful.
a quarter right
Wow, you're getting better and better in these things. Okay, I will put
I'm
the
glad you reminded me how to do it.
I will put the skillet on at the same time. We want a hot skillet before we put anything in. So
Right,
put
whoops.
it on first,
Okay.
and we
Now
can
which one
chop
is-
a few things in the meantime.
Which one is which? Oops, wrong
Ah.
one. Sorry.
Huh? Yeah, you can go. Yeah, this
Is it? Am I doing?
maybe okay.
Which
Let's
is
change
the
this
one
one.
that I'm-
Let's put this one. This one
Sorry,
is
it's
off.
not going.
Yes, this one. The light.
Oh, there
The
it goes.
pilot was off. Okay,
Okay.
on low. Okay, great.
Yeah, just on low.
Okay, so just put it aside there, and then you're going to start the bell pepper. Okay.
All right, perfect.
The bell pepper is, I mentioned green on the recipe, but we can use also any color. It just give a vibrant color to the tofu. You know, we eat with our eyes also. So
I like that we eat with our eyes.
yes, we do. Okay, so you just cut it this way like this, and
Yep.
I like to empty it just like that. After that, okay, to take the core out.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect, and you just
Oops.
press it down like this. Okay, and you play some music in there.
Like a little bongo.
So, yes, some Jamaican music. Okay, now we cut it half, and then I don't like to cut it on from the top, so I like to
Okay.
reverse, and so it doesn't slide so much. Okay, so you just make some wedges like this.
Okay.
Yeah, just like that. Wow, you're faster than me. Wow, you're using the knife very well. Okay, so
Oh,
we're going to
mercy.
put some red and some yellow on, and I don't have the green today,
Beautiful.
so we're going to mix both together.
It's gonna be pretty.
Okay, so
Yep.
I will put like
Are you dicing now? Okay.
yes, you can dice it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to use this amount. Maybe you can do the same thing. We're not going to put too much.
Okay.
So maybe
Just
you take a little bit. I'll
like-
give you this because this is bien on your. So
For
take
me?
just the same amount.
Like about that
Yeah,
much.
yeah, that's
Okay.
it. Yeah. Okay,
So
and now
pretty.
we're going to do the celery also.
Okay.
Let me wash the celery first.
Okay. Put your.
Celery is
May
I know most people probably don't use celery in their tofu, but I think it give this. How do you define this? It will give the celery have a saltiness to it also, but it will give like a freshness and crunchiness into the your thing also into the tofu.
I like celery. That
yes.
sounds good.
Okay, so
Okay.
go ahead, and we can just like a soup. Celery and leeks in the soup is just incredible. They are like
leeks,
the
yeah.
best friend. Celery and leeks. You know, like cumin and coriander.
Or like the letter Q and U.
That's actually, yes, yes,
They have to
exactly.
go together.
Yes, yes. And so it's like, oh, this will make so much noise when I do this. Okay, okay. Now
Okay.
So perfect dice there like this. Wow.
Oh, it smells so good. I love celery.
I'm very impressed of your way of cutting right now. It's like you really have it. It's incredible. Have you been cooking a lot at home or something? The holiday, the vacations. So what happened? Okay. Okay. So now the garlic.
Okay.
You like garlic?
Yes.
Yeah, you mentioned that. So I will use about. You can use as much you want. Go ahead. First, what you want to do, you want to crush it down.
It's
Remember that?
dangerous to tell me that, but okay.
Yeah, you can do as well. Yes, you don't want too garlicky though.
No, I won't go too.
The garlic
too
on the
garlicky.
recipe is how many on the recipe? Do you have? I can see it somewhere.
Says,
Yeah, 3
3
cloves. But you can go to 4 if you want. Okay, I have 2 here. I have 2 cloves here. Okay.
You have 2. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
So
that's
you
perfect
see,
with
and we
this one.
quash it first, so it's easy to chop after that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, sound good? You have it? I hope we have fun. We have so much fun now cooking together. This girl is like incredible. She's learning so fast. You see how she cuts. Ah man, I remember the first class. We should go to the last video, the first video of the first class. Okay.
Let's just hopefully we won't burn anything tonight.
Yeah. Ah yes, the burning. I forgot about this. Okay. Yes. Now we can put some oil there. The olive oil.
All right.
Go ahead. Yes.
No. Is that just enough to coat the bottom?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
It's
hopefully
good.
that wasn't
Yeah, it
too
should be
much.
fine. No, it's fine.
All right.
Okay,
Cool.
and go ahead and put. Oh, I will not put the garlic yet because
Oh.
it might burn
Should've-
before.
I shouldn't have mixed it up
Yeah,
with the
it's
celery.
fine. Even the celery, if there is some celery with it, it's fine. Don't
Oh,
worry about
okay.
it.
We'll just try
Yeah.
to get it out.
Yeah. See how
Yeah,
many
that's the part I
very
burned
nice.
last time.
Yes, the garlic. If you put the garlic
We had
first
to redo it.
before the onion gets soft, it will burn, and then we have to start again. But it's okay.
Okay,
No,
I think
it's fine.
I think
It's
we're
good.
safe.
If it's only 1 or 2 garlic, it's not a problem. Or pieces, I mean.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Bring
this-
I will
this I
bring the
can-
cutting board all the way.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, bring the
Okay.
cutting board with you. Yes.
All right.
And let me
perfect.
find something for you to stir.
So.
Hey, I have a
can put
surprise
all-
for you. Do you like mushrooms?
How do you mi- Yes,
You
I
like
do like
mushrooms?
mushrooms.
Okay, this is not on the recipe. Hey, this is not on the recipe, but we are allowed to do this, don't we? Okay, there is some mushroom there. Those who don't like mushroom, you don't know how to put it, but we love mushroom. You love mushroom also. Emily love
Yeah,
mushroom, so we're going
I'm
to put.
excited about mushrooms.
Just to give you an idea, you can do. This is like this is like a principle. This is like a foundation. Then after that, you can add anything you want.
Okay.
You can put mushroom, you can put olives, you can put tomatoes, you can do whatever. Okay, so.
Can I use your spoon?
Yes,
Or
of course. That's
to-
what I took it.
Okay.
I took it for you.
Sorry.
Yes. Okay. Of course, you can use the spoon.
I wasn't sure what to use to. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank
so
you.
I have some mushrooms there. I already chop it for you, and
Thank
you can add it to it.
Ooh.
Yeah. Go
Do you have
ahead.
a special way to chop these?
Not really.
Normally,
What
I
I
kind of watch you.
Okay. So what I did, like
Oh,
the
just in
onions
half?
example, you can do this like the onions, and then you can just do this.
You're
Okay.
so fast.
Well, hey,
I'm not very fast at doing it this way, but I
but
like
cautious
it. I
is
like
good.
It.
Yeah,
Yeah, cautious. That's true.
it's
I
good.
don't want to.
I don't have a bandage here right now, so so I don't want to finish by myself this class.
I
Okay,
don't think I remember. Oh, there we go.
okay, good.
Whoops. Oh well.
Okay, mushrooms, and obviously we give like a. So in order for it to not sweat the color, sometimes you give a brown color. You want to let it cook to absorb, to reduce all the water from the mushroom at the same time. Okay, so we want to make sure that
Okay.
it's cooked properly, so there is no water content inside. So I think it's enough. Do you want more mushrooms? Okay, I have
mercy,
this one
no.
there.
I guess no. That's great.
Okay.
I was just
Okay,
having fun
practicing.
chopping,
You're
and
practicing.
I didn't really
Okay,
pay
okay,
attention.
okay. So
Yeah.
check. I will just give you this amount and that's it. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
And I can just put this in now.
Yes, you can put this.
Okay,
Yeah, correct.
Awesome.
Okay. She loved cutting, so she was practicing, and that's good. That's good, Emily.
It's gonna be really mushroomy.
Yes, it'll be great. Okay, and also you can put tomato. I have tomato, but we don't have to do this today. But
Can we put some tomato?
you want, okay?
I
Well, we can
love
put some
tomato.
tomatoes.
Do you have time?
Yes, I have some tomatoes, of course. Okay.
Oh,
So
awesome.
first of all, the tomatoes. Yeah, perfect. Just that, like this.
Okay.
And you can
That
dice it.
hurt.
That's a very awesome breakfast. Tomatoes, mushrooms, and all those veggies coming together.
Am I supposed to do this like the
yes,
onion?
you do it like the onions. Perfect. Yes. Yes, you have it. Go all the way down. Do all the way down. Yes.
Oh, like all the way through?
Yeah, all the way through. Yes.
Oh, okay.
But yes, you can do all the way through, but you can just, you keep the
the end.
Yeah,
the
you keep the
end.
end. You don't cut the end. Yes.
So like this.
Yes, like this. So it'll be easy to hold everything.
Is that what I was supposed to do with the onions?
Yeah, this is
Okay,
exactly. I put I put the flame higher. Okay, so let's wash it carefully. I put it higher, so you go faster. Otherwise, we'll be waiting and waiting for this to cook.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All right, very good.
I hope you are guys doing well. Also, I hope you're cooking and you have fun in the kitchen, because we have a lot of fun, surely, and it smells great. And we haven't even put the rosemary and everything like this, but we're going to put this now after this.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, so go ahead. You can put your thing in there.
Do you want me to save the garlic still, though? Yeah.
Yes, we still save the garlic. Hold on. Yeah.
Hold on.
Let's cook this first, and then you put the because this will release water.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And so we want to make sure it's sauté first. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, stir it. Yes. And in the meantime, after this, you're going to work on the tofu. So you can use your hand for the tofu, Emily. So just take your hand and crush this thing out. Yes. And tofu have water in its content, so she already emptied the water from the container. So you can go ahead. Okay.
Just dump it?
Yes, just dump it. So you see there's no water in it. We already make sure the water is not in it. You don't want the water with the tofu, otherwise it'll be very soupy scrambled tofu. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Crush it. Put your hand in. It can be cold.
So satisfying.
Yes. So comforting. Huh?
Comforting.
Comforting.
I don't know if it's comforting.
It's so comforting. Okay. She doesn't know. Okay. So
it's fun.
It's fun?
It's really
good.
fun.
Good. Okay, so this is the texture. If you have some pieces, it's okay. If you have some big piece and everything, okay, perfect. Okay. So I think it's practically ready, Millie. So now go ahead and put the tomatoes and the garlic. Okay.
Okay.
You want me to help you? You good?
I think so. It's just gonna be a messy cutting board. That's
okay. Yes, it's fine. Hey, this is
happen at home.
This is reality. This is life. You know, it's like you cannot get better than that.
Oh man, the mushroom smells so good.
Yes, that's beautiful. Can you see this, guys? Can you see this?
This is like
bring it closer.
Yes.
Yeah. See on the camera? Yes. Awesome.
Man, so good.
Tilt it to the camera a little bit.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You see it?
Oh,
Isn't that pretty?
The flavor is incredible. The colors, and it's very Mediterranean. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So now, the next things we have is the tofu. Go ahead, put the tofu in.
Okay.
Yes.
Oops. Oh, here.
Okay,
I wish I was right-handed.
Okay, yes, just do it. Just, it's fine. It's fine.
I would try right-handed, but I think I would spill it. What?
Yeah, I'll take the bowl for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right, there we go.
Okay, so she's mixing the tofu with all the veggies. And I'll remind you again what we have. We have, what do we have? Onions, garlic, mushrooms, bell pepper, and celery. Okay, everything's being mixed nicely there. And then now we want some color. It's beautiful, but it's missing some eggs, like the yellow, you know. So what could make it yellow?
Turmeric.
Turmeric. Okay, go ahead and put some turmeric inside.
Okay.
The turmeric, we don't want to put too much turmeric because it's going to be kind of bitter a little bit.
Sorry.
So you don't want to put too much. Just enough to give it some color, okay? Just enough to give it some color.
Okay.
Let's use this part there. Make sure this one is sealed well so it doesn't open at the same time. Okay. Hold it at the same time. I will hold the top lid.
Oh, you don't want it to come off.
Right, yes. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that should be
enough.
Yes, that should be fine.
All right,
it's about a quarter of a teaspoon, so not much. Just to give
little.
it some color.
Just a
okay, and then just stir it.
Okay.
And we're going to use some rosemary for this also.
Have you ever heard that turmeric helps with
What's that?
I mean, turmeric's really good for you, right?
Yeah, it's good anti-inflammatory. It's yeah. It's I give that for your lungs. I give that to my daughter. I make a tea. Actually, I make a tea with turmeric, rosemary, lemon, and garlic, and something else, ginger.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like it's boosting your immune system. It's incredible for flu, for a cold.
Yes.
And this is what I give to my kids.
So
and
it's actually, my friend Beth in the UP made turmeric tea one time. It was really good. I was very surprised.
She used the fresh turmeric, or she used the powder?
I think so.
Yeah, probably she used the fresh one. Yeah, it's really great.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's put some rosemary inside.
Okay.
Okay, I just chop this one out. Okay. And I add some basil. I'm going to do the basil. The basil, you don't want to chop basil. You want to just like chiffonade. They call it a chiffonade. That's when you put everything together like this.
So pretty.
And then just only one time. It should not, because when it brews, all the oil from the basil is being wasted, and so it doesn't taste as strong in it. So you want to do only one cut.
Okay.
Okay,
and but these I can keep
this
cutting,
one, yes, this one. And the basil, we're not going to put it right away because the flavor goes fast out. As soon as you cook basil too long, it takes away the flavor. So you want to put it at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is some chive here. We're going to put some chive. Okay. You can put green onions or chive. I happen to have some chives from another group. So it's okay. Go ahead. Put it, yes.
Oh, sorry, I was just breathing it in.
Like the smell? The smell is incredible.
I love rosemary.
Sometimes, you know what I do? Sometimes I put it in my car. The smell of yes, it's like, hey, free fragrance, you know?
Yep.
It's like, it's not expensive. Okay, now you go and stir it quickly.
Okay.
And if you want some cayenne, of course for breakfast, people don't feel like eating some hot food for breakfast. But sometimes you can if you want to, okay? Hey, it's breakfast at night, you know. Breakfast, being supper. Okay, how does it look? You want to lower it down a little bit?
Yeah, yes,
okay.
please.
Okay, we're missing those nutritional yeast flakes. On the recipe, we mentioned how many? How much?
It was.
Let's see. 2 tablespoons. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2 tablespoons for flavor, and salt to taste.
Okay.
And
I always put extra of this in.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, she's going to put extra. Okay, well, this is her recipe. This is her food. She's going to eat it. So okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
And the salt to taste.
Bit?
Yes.
Okay.
I would say about a teaspoon, maybe less.
Okay.
And we're going to try it anymore. I would put more. I don't think
more
it's
than
enough.
that.
Yes, more than that. Yeah.
Okay. Like that.
And we're going to try it anyway.
Okay, very good.
So go ahead and stir it.
Okay. Yeah, this is like deluxe tofu.
Yes, it is.
So
it is like a 4-star tofu. Okay, tilt it a little bit so she can see. So you see the vibrant color in this. The camera can go on this one. Okay. Okay, perfect. This is it. Okay, that's awesome. So we're going to create a little bit more. While we're doing this, we will give for Nadine to give her lecture. Yes.
I had a little bit of a challenge today in that I had my entire lecture prepared and went to lunch and came back that I lost it because I forgot to save it. I thought I saved it. The Bible says that our light affliction does work some good for us. So that little affliction did work me some patience and some trust in God. Thank God I was able to remember what I wrote. So our title today is Soy, Friend or Foe. As you can see, that chef is preparing tofu And tofu is a type of soy. It is a derivative of soy, I should say. You guys have probably heard some good things about soy, and you've heard some bad things about soy. So tonight we're going to clear or try to clear a little bit of that up. Certain types of soy products that you probably know about are tofu, which is very common. You can find that in pretty much every grocery store that you go to. You can find soy milk, all different brands of soy milk. You can find edamames, you can find miso, you can find soybeans, you can find tempo, and you could probably name a whole lot of other products that soy that are soy products. Soy is actually very high in certain nutrients. And one nutrient that soy is popular for is called isoflavones. And isoflavones have been studied very extensively, and many research studies show that they have a great impact on many chronic diseases, such as heart disease. Soy is also high in protein, very high quality protein, and studies show that it is just as good quality protein as there is in milk. Soy is also pretty high in calcium, iron, unsaturated fatty acids, B vitamins, zinc, and a whole wide range of phytochemicals, which are plant chemicals that fight disease. So soy has a lot of good properties to it. But there are some myths about soy. One myth that you have probably heard is that soybeans, or soy in general, causes cancer. You have also probably heard that men who consume soy can grow breast. You have probably also heard that soy can lead to infertility, that it can cause thyroid problems, and that it's probably not safe for children. So there are a lot of myths about soy. So let's look at each of these myths. Let's talk about studies that have been done on soy. Soy has been studied for a lot of years, probably about 100 years. And early studies that have been done on soy were actually done on rodents. And that's very important to note, because rodents, what has been done on rodents and what proves true to be rodents may not be true for human beings. Soy is processed differently when you study it on rodents. Recently, there have been more studies on soy that actually have been done on actual humans. And those are the type of studies that we want to pay attention to. So on the original studies on soy, soy was actually blamed for being an endocrine disruptor, which means that it can probably cause diabetes, obesity, cardiovascular disease, cancer. It can also cause developmental endocrine disorders, male and female reproductive issues. However, new studies that have been done on soy, and one that I will be focusing on throughout this lecture, was actually published this year in 2021. This study analyzed 417 studies related to soy. And those 417 studies included 229 observational studies, which is where they observed people for a certain period of time. There were 159 clinical studies, which means they have two groups of people, the control group, and they actually have the people that is the one that they actually give the product to. And then they compared those two groups of people. And then you have 32 systematic reviews and meta-analysis, which is a conglomeration of different studies. So this person, Messina et al., and a bunch of other authors, they actually got 417 studies together, which you can imagine that took a lot of years to do. So what they found with cancer, concerns were raised in the mid-late 1990s that soy intake, particularly isoflavones, increased the risk of developing breast cancer, particularly in women that were already at high risk for cancer. And there was concern that it would worsen the prognosis of those who survived breast cancer. There was concern also that soy contributed to the growth of existing breast cancer. And of particularly interest is that these studies were done on rodents. But the study that I just referred to, in observational and clinical studies, it has now been found that soy intake is actually safe for breast cancer survivors, which is good news. I'm happy to hear that. Soy consumption is associated with a decreased risk of recurrent breast cancer and mortality. So that means that if you consume soy, there is less of a chance that you will have recurrent breast cancer, and there's less of a chance of mortality from breast cancer. So that's wonderful news. And the studies also found that soy had no adverse effect on breast tissue. Great news. And you may be wondering, where on earth did this come from? Is this actually true? Well, this study, or this new conclusion about soy, has actually been supported by the American Institute for Cancer Research, the American Cancer Society, the World Cancer Research Fund International Society, and the Canadian Cancer Society. So you can go on any one of these societies on the website, you can Google them, and you can see that they have good things to say about soy in regards to cancer. The other issue with soy is that it may cause feminization of men. That's pretty common. There's a lot of men that won't eat soy or tofu or anything because they think they might grow breast tissue. Well, this idea of men growing breast tissue, probably, I'm not sure if it got started then, but there was an article about 10 years ago in a popular men's magazine that suggested that very thing, that men may grow breast when they consume soy. Consequently, or in recent studies though, this magazine has actually changed their opinion of soy, and they are now heralding soy as the king of proteins. So now they have good things to say about soy because there's new evidence that has come about. So the new evidence suggests that soy intake in men has no effect on testosterone levels, estrogen levels, estradiol levels in men, that it does not affect sperm or semen parameters, that it has no effect on growth in breast tissue. So the evidence also suggests that soy protein performed as good as whey protein in bulking up and in building muscles. So men, if you want to build muscles, soy protein is actually a great protein to have. Soy and infertility. The study that I mentioned also says that soy does not affect sperm and semen parameters. We just talked about that. And there is no evidence that soy has any pregnancy-related outcomes. So it does not affect fertility. Soy and thyroid function, that's a big one. A lot of people who have thyroid problems may have been told that they should not consume soy. Research in the past has labeled soy as a goitrogenic food, which means that it affects the levels of your thyroid hormone. But this new research that has been done shows that soy consumption does not affect the T3 or T4 levels, which are thyroid hormone levels. It does not adversely affect those who have normal thyroid function. So if you have normal thyroid function and you consume soy, you're not going to have thyroid problems because of soy. The study also found that soy consumption does not affect those who already have a compromised thyroid function. So if you already have hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism, the study does not show that that's going to make you worse. What the studies do show is that soy affects the absorption of a medication called levothyroxine, which is what patients with low thyroids have to take. So the recommendations for that, because it does affect the absorption, is that you should consume your thyroid medications 30 to 60 minutes before breakfast or 4 minutes after your last meal. And by the way, it's not only soy that affects the absorption of levothyroxine, fiber also affects it, and there's also certain herbs that affect the absorption. Soy in children. So that's another concern. Many parents are concerned that soy might cause early puberty in their children. I know a few years ago, I kept hearing too that I shouldn't give soy to my children. But current evidence suggests that there is no relationship between soy intake and the onset of puberty in boys or girls. In fact, when you compare both groups, those that consume soy and those who do not, there is the same onset of puberty in both. There's also substantial evidence that suggests that girls who consume soy early in life can reduce their risk of developing breast cancer later on in life. So the earlier that you have your child consuming soy, then the better it is for them later on in life. Another benefit of soy, a few months ago we talked about menopausal issues, and I did mention a study by Dr. Barnard, and he actually completed the study, and it was published this year in the North American Menopause Society in the Journal of Menopause. In his research, participants were asked to follow a vegan diet, to limit high-fat foods, and to eat half a cup of cooked soybeans per day. Over a 12-week period, this was done over a 12-week period, the study found that a plant-based diet was rich in soy. A plant-based diet rich in soy products reduces moderate to severe hot flashes by 84%. And during the 12-week study, nearly 60% of the women became totally free of moderate to severe hot flashes. Overall, hot flashes, including the mild ones, decreased by 79%. So that is a wonderful, wonderful news in favor of soy, and great news for women that are plagued with hot flashes. So in conclusion, we've learned that soy is healthy to consume for women, even those that are post-diagnostic of breast cancer. We found that soy does not negatively affect the thyroid gland, that it does not cause growth of boobs in men, that it does not affect fertility, and that it is healthy for children to consume. Also, in conclusion, I would like to say that in the beginning, God said that He has given us every herb-bearing plant on the face of the entire earth, and every tree whose fruit contains seed. That will be food for you. Now, if you look at soybeans, they are definitely seeds. And I believe that God gave Adam and Eve soybeans in the Garden of Eden. And so if God gave it to you, it is good for you to eat it. God bless.
Thank you, Nadine.
Amen.
That was an awesome lecture. Thank you so much for sharing the truth about soy. You learned something? I learned a few things. Yes, yeah. I did. Really I did learn. Awesome. Okay, the tofu is ready. Okay, so we want to show them this tofu. Look at this. Look at this, how vibrant the color. And this is all my little sous chef over there. Yes, incredible. So we're going to plate this nicely. This is like the ciboulette there. Mm-hmm. You want to give a taste? Okay, there's a fork there. Go ahead and taste this. Yes, and we put the basil. We put the basil and the chive in it. Okay. How it tastes? It's great. Wow, the smile. You see the smile? That means good. Okay. So, okay. I hope at home you can do the same and try this recipe. It's worth it. It doesn't take a lot of time. Just like that. Okay. And then we're going to put, hey, what about our potatoes? Let's see those potatoes. Okay. Okay, they look nice. Beautiful potatoes. So as you see, nice and crispy. Beautiful. We're going to put it here. Wow. And that's it. What about that? That's so beautiful. So now our cooking class is over, and we have a lot of fun, huh? We have a lot of fun. So next week also we have a breakfast. I'll let you know. I will let you know what we have. Yeah, we have some kind of breakfast next week.
Next month.
Next month. Okay. Yes, next month. Okay, and I want you. Yes, next month. Okay, go ahead.
So next time we're going to tune in will be October 5. We always do it on Tuesday night. So presently is what we're doing. So once a month, usually it's the first Tuesday of every month. So be sure and tell your friends and invite them to check it out. They can also, it's going to be archived, so you can tune it in. If they didn't have a chance to watch it live, they can watch it on the archive. So thanks for tuning us in tonight, and Well, we're saying goodbye to you. We're probably going to taste some of this food here and wish you well. By the way, it was great to hear from some of you. Some of you were texting in, and we were reading your comments and trying to respond to you. So just give us some feedback, what you liked, and if there's certain things you would like us to do in the future. We're taking suggestions seriously, and we're just compiling a pool and making decisions as the Lord leads us to. So thanks so much. We're going to say good night. God bless you all, and have a great evening. Take care.
Bye.
Take care, buddy. Bye. See you.